to build the complete voice calculator app that we are hoping that every student will be able to build all by themselves at some point, but with our guide though. So in like I said earlier today, the project we're going to build is called the Magic8Ball. So we'll create that project now. Of course, like we did yesterday, we'll click create new project, and then of course we'll enter the we'll enter the name of the project, which is Magic8Ball, and we click OK. So the session is out of date. Why? Reload. Why is the session out of date? That should be internet problems. Okay, so that is it loaded. Okay, let's take it again. Let's go back a bit. Go back a bit and let's create new project. Call it Magic8Ball, and we'll click OK. That should launch us a brand new screen. Okay, a brand new phone screen where we can drop our components. Okay, like we did yesterday. So that's our project created. Now the next thing for us to do. So what is really what's the project all about? What is the objective? Okay, we're just in this project, we're just trying to we are going to like use movement of the phone to trigger some code. So we'll build a mystical app that will answer your questions when you shake it. So all you need, users are expected to shake the phone, and then the phone will be able to answer your question, the question that the user had asked. Okay, so that's why we call it the Magic8Ball, right? So to do this project, we will need a Magic8Ball image, and then if we want, we could also get a mysterious background that we can use for the background. Okay, so those are the things that we will need in terms of what we call the assets and kits for this particular small project that we're trying to do. So with these kits, these things, if we are to get you to do the calculator app, we have so many of the kits and the tools that we are put together that can only be bought. All right. So okay, so let's move on. To be able to build this app, what's the first step that we ought to do? But before that, I'll need to quickly get, of course, I'll need to first of all get the background, mysterious background. So please bear with me. Of course, that's a paid version. I'm using paid version of my software to get that background just now. So let me get that very quickly. Please give me a few minutes and I will get that just now. Yep. All right. So while I'm trying to get that, let's come back to our code, and also knowing that okay, so where were we? Yep. All right. So step one, what do we need to do for step one? For you to be able to enable the phone to know that there is movement, that the phone is moving or the phone is shaking, you have to use phone sensors. Every phone have so many sensors. The phones do have what we call accelerometer sensor, gyroscope sensor. So accelerometer sensor is the one that helps to track the movement of the phone. Okay, so and since this app will need to make use of movement, which has to do with the user shaking the phone, we'll have to get the accelerometer sensor. So where can I get that accelerometer sensor? Of course, like we told you yesterday, all these are the components, right? So I will go to components there, and then I have to delete this one. We don't need this one for now. Delete that component. So we'll go to that particular component is inside the sensors, okay, and look at it, accelerometer sensor. So I'll double click it and it will get here, or I can drag and drop it on the screen and it will get into our used components palette. Like I told us yesterday, we have on the left hand side this palette, the palette for that has all the components. The middle you have your screen that you have to place all your components, and then on the right on the right of that palette of that screen you have the list, the palette where you have the list of items that you are using, as in components that you're using. So that's us. We have gotten the accelerometer sensor onto our project environment. So what's the next thing that we needed to do? Because that's step one now. So, and you can see it. So because for the fact that this component is not showing on the screen, Veronica, can you tell me what that type of component is? A component that does not display on the screen. What do we call that type of component?
They are the non-visible components, sir.
Very good. So those are the non-visible components. So all sensors are also non-visible components. You can only use them in your workspace to do what it's supposed to do, but users will not see them. Okay, so that's step one. We've done that. Step two is to now drag an image. Okay, drag an image component into the space, and so that we can be able to place our an image called the 8-ball. Okay, so I already have that one. So I will come here and I'll go to my image component can be gotten from the media components group. So I'll click on media, and if I go down, I should be able to see image. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. It has to be image sprite. So that should be inside the drawing and animation. Okay. Okay, so I'll put my image sprite here. It seems this thing is not here yet. This is so I think I need to get this to no. This one is not coming. So okay, that's not a problem. That's not a problem. What we'll do, we'll always have a way to get we always have a way to get onto that. My time is already also up. I would beg that we continue this one from tomorrow because my time is up. I'm up to doing something else just now. So this is what will happen, right? I will build it completely and probably drop it in the group, or I'll also record how I built it and drop it in the group. But for now, what I would wish that we do right now, because since I don't have so much time again now, because I need to go now, uh, um, um, Desire will guide you guys through again, like kind of do a review of what we did yesterday, okay? So that you will get used to all the components again and the palettes and the whole environment again, so that by tomorrow when we come, I think tomorrow too, I don't really have enough time. I just have 30 minutes. So it seems that tomorrow what will happen is once we come, we are starting. We're not waiting for anybody. That's what will happen exactly the time we are starting, and we're starting 30 minutes. So I'll be able to, I will rebuild the app itself. I will show us how to rebuild the app. Okay, so that's how it is going to be. So I will go from here. I will leave the meeting from here. So, Desire, can you please take over? I'm very sorry that I really don't have so much time.
All right, sir. All right, sir. All right, sir. So very quickly I want to quickly get Veronica, can you hear me?
Yes.
So I will quickly want okay. So I will quickly want to see how you were able to do the process yesterday and the challenges you encountered, then I walk you through. S- And then we will see how we call it a wrap for today. Yesterday we discussed about the interface of MIT applications, how you can use the environment to build, a tool to build an app. So that's what we'll quickly wrap up from yesterday's section, do a recap. I believe repetition is part of learning, and I hope you believe that also. That's how we get better. So let's quickly go over it and then we see how we do. To tell me, Veronica, from yesterday's section that we did, what are the challenges? How were you able to successfully get the app run on your phone, and what was your experience? I share my screen with you, trying to.
The challenges I faced when I wanted to use the app was that my WhatsApp app did not want to install apps from my phone does not allow to install apps from the setting on the WhatsApp. So then I changed it, and as I used the app, I saw that everything that our teacher said, everything worked perfectly with the way he explained it, and I used the app and it worked. So now I understood how the um uh programs are working, because the time that he talked about the invisible components, because that time I was a little bit confused that how will it not show, how will I not see it and it's still working on the background. So as I used the app, then I understood perfectly that everything is still going to work, but it's not going to be showing on the screen. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Veronica. Let me share my screen with you. Where's the get what I was working? Okay, this is called the AppInventor MI2 I do. All right. One moment, let me quickly get my tab. Right. All right. So this is the MIT app environment, where a website where you can use to build the applications. So let me just, this is not appearing well on my screen. All right. Okay. So from yesterday, while we were building our first application, we went ahead to create a new project. Can you remember, Veronica, how we were able to do that?
Yes.
Okay. Quickly, just give me a few instructions from this place.
You will tap the new project button.
Correct. Correct. You create a
Yes.
new project. Uh-huh. So Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm with you. So what next?
I
After
don't
creating
know
a
the next
project,
step.
you import it. Okay.
Okay.
So let me just arrange my screen. So when you click OK, and then the project will load. Okay. So I will need to create a folder. I need to import it from my folder. So I think that's the next step we'll do. Let me create a folder. Call it. All right. Calculate short. Hello. Yeah, I'm back. Oh God. Hello, can you hear me now? Hello. Hello. Okay. Hello. Hello. Are we here? I really apologize for that. My network just completely went off.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have our applications, and then we can just go ahead and create more. Just so you know, this is the gallery, and this is where you come and check where other people's applications, where other people have published their applications and everything. So if you want to work on someone's code or something, you can come to the gallery and get your project. Meanwhile, um, from yesterday, we just simply created a new. We didn't build on anybody's work. Calculator, AI calculator, calculator. Okay, yeah. So let's just do that. Right. So this is where we kickstarted from. So having successfully gotten to this stage, we started doing our component building, the speak to me component building. by doing the logic. So in building applications, mostly what is required of us is to understand the logic behind it, not just the process, not the line by line input, but the logic that is used that have been used to build it. So if you have to build a speak to me applications, there are few logic you will build, the button components, the AI model that will be installed in order to work with this button component, the display section where we have to type in our text, and then the AI model will read those texts in the display section and then give us the output of the inputs. So we're able to successfully do that using components, and then okay, so we the button. Let's just slowly. Okay, I already have to here. So can just do the text button. I need to move one of this button from here. Delete, delete, delete. So,
Hello, guys. Are we there? Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. So I think we can continue. I just got a clearance that I can be here to continue with what I'm doing just now. So we can go ahead to build that app just now. Yeah. The next 30 minutes.
Okay, sir.
okay.
Yeah. So let me share my screen again. I'm very sorry for that. Um, my screen is visible. Yeah. Yeah. So we've done the first step of dragging and dropping the accelerometer sensor that will help to detect when the phone is moving. So the next thing we wanted to do was to be able to get an image to be on the to be able to get an image to be on the screen, so an image component where we can now drop the image on top of it. That's what we wanted to do. So we'll go there right away. Okay. Um, just give me a few minutes. This image is still getting on. Okay, I'll get onto that one just now. Okay, so if I go to this, this is for canvas. This is for to get the This is for player. And then this is image picker. But this image picker is for picking an image. Yep. So get this one just now. So user interface. Okay, so this is our image. So I have to delete this one that we don't need. So this is our image component. And remember, what we want to do here on this image component is to place the image that we want. So if we click on the image component, then we should be able to have the properties like we said, we discussed yesterday. For every component that you place on the screen, you see and then you select it, you will see the properties of it there. So for this one, we've already clicked it. So the properties here are clickable, height, width, picture, right? So in this picture, you can see it is right now none. So what I need to do is just click on the none, and then you see upload file. So when I click on upload file, all I need to do is now click choose file. So when I click choose file, I'll go to where my 8-ball is. Of course, I said my 8-ball is inside here. I've picked that and I'll click open. That's the 8-ball. That's me uploading the 8-ball, and I'll click OK. And I'll click OK as well here. No, it's not there yet. Give it some time, probably. No, it didn't come on. We'll take it again. Picture, upload, choose file, this, and then open, and then OK. What's happening? The image is not okay. It's saying automatic fill parent. Let's make it fill parent first of all. Okay. Height fill parent, width fill parent. Okay. So that makes it fill the entire screen. Okay. Because the screen is the parent. Okay. So let's now choose the image again and see. This is strange. Okay, no worries. I'll have to quickly have we'll have a quick walk around it. I'll have a quick walk around that just now since the regular upload is not working. I will quickly have a walk around it. So I am supposed to, because I've already uploaded that, so I'll click on it again, and then I'll click this. What is supposed to happen was that because I have uploaded that picture, right? That picture was supposed to also be listed. So when I click that picture, then it will take that space. That is what was expected, but I'm not seeing the picture coming up. Okay. Let me see. I'm very sorry. I think I did it the wrong way. So I did it the wrong way. I'll have to delete all of this. I mean, I'll delete the image this in first. What I will now quickly do is, because I need an image, if I go to yeah, so under media, so yes, this is one thing I want to make very clear. Um, this is what I want to make very clear. And what I want to make very clear is this: every image that you will need to use in your app, you will need to first of all upload them. Okay, then you can be able to choose, you can be able to use them in your app. And of course, you will see where to upload all those. If even your sound files, if your app will have to make use of sound, right? Then you have to first of all upload them under the media section. So if you scroll up, this was what I was actually looking for. I didn't know that it was hiding below. Okay, so you scroll up and then you click on upload file. Then that way you can be able to upload the file you want. In this case is my 8 ball that I want to upload, and I will say okay. All right. With that, I should then see my image uploaded, so that if I bring in my image component and drop it, and I click this and I click the picture, I should see that also in the list. Again, unfortunately, I am not seeing the picture. What's happening to this? What's happening today? Am I doing anything wrong just now? Oh no. What am I doing wrong? Uh, our picture is not just coming. Wait, let me check the type of the picture. Then I will know. It may even be, it's .png, so it should be able to, maybe it's too big. This is 6 MB. No, it's too big. Sorry. Let me look for 6 MB should be. Let me look for another image. Let me get another image that will be much lighter. Another image that will be much lighter. Uh, I'll have to look for free one so I don't get problems with look for free 8 ball. Okay, let's take this one. Yep. Okay, so let's get this one and download it. Right. Downloads. And I'll save that. Open that. Okay, so hopefully this one gets, hopefully this one is better. So let's now go back and go back into our AppInventor. Oh, it uploaded on from your end. I really don't know what's happening to I don't know if it's internet or something. So I'll open, no, that's not the one I want. Choose file. I really don't know what's happening from my end. Let me see if this one will upload. If it doesn't upload, then it should be internet problem. I have to restart or refresh my page. I don't know. Okay, I've refreshed my page. So let's try it again to see. This is something we always do before. What's happening? It's not coming on the list of uploaded stuff. What's happening? What am I doing wrong? I'm not doing anything wrong just now. Hmm. I probably think so, but it ought not to be so. It ought not to be so at all. Okay, yeah, it has come. Yeah, that's so it's network problem. Look at it here. It's listed now. So let me even also try the other one probably, because that one I prefer that one to this one. So it should be internet problem, I guess. Maybe I'll just have to wait for it for some time to properly load. So I'll wait for it for some time to see if that loads. Has that loaded? No, it has not. It's our image component, which we have dropped already on the screen, so that we can put the image on top of the image component. So or load the image into the image component. So we click. Now you can see it. The image we just uploaded is in the list of images. Okay, in the list of images that we can load on top of the image component. So we click on a particular image, and then we click OK. Right. So when we click OK, you can see. Okay, I think it's saying automatic. So let's say let it fill parent. So let it not go beyond the space. I think it's going good. So this is it fitting this space now. So what happened earlier was that it was stretching. It was pushed to the side, and that's why we couldn't see it on the screen. Okay, so now that I have asked it to fill only the parent, of course, the parent of this particular image component is the screen, because it is inside the screen directly. Okay, but we may do something much later. But for now, let's work with that. Okay. So now that which was to load the image component into was to load the image. Okay, good. Good to know you've seen it as well. Okay. All right. Now, so we now have seen the image. So the next thing is to drag a label component so that we can put a text into it. And that text will be ask me a question. Okay. So we'll have a label. Remember, a label component is where you put texts in your app. So I will drag and drop it. But before I do that, I want to arrange this thing properly, because for the fact that this image is taking the whole space of the screen is not really good. So what should we do? Who can tell me what we can do? We did something similar yesterday. What can we do to arrange this screen such that we can also have the label and then this image as well. We did something similar yesterday. Okay, we need to use our arrangement components. Okay, so we'll go to layout because those are inside layouts. So go to layout, and then I think this time I would rather like a vertical arrangement component. So I'll take the vertical arrangement component and place it here. So yeah, so you can see the image has shifted downward. So this is what I want to do. I want to put this image inside it. Good. I have put the image on top of the vertical component. So this is what is happening, because there is now some kind of confusion by the app. Okay, this is our image that we have placed on top of this thing. So what I can do is, first of all, what we're supposed to do in the first place was to actually make the parent, which is the vertical stuff, the vertical component, vertical arrangement component, to field parent as well instead of automatic. So I'll make it to field parent so that when I make the other one to field parent, everything will now display. Right? Can you see now? Right? Oh, you're not seeing the screen. My internet is really bad. My internet is really bad. That's the meaning. My internet is really bad. My internet is really bad. Okay, good. All right, so we have the image component now that's inside the vertical component as arrangement component as well. Now the next thing we want to do, like we said earlier, was to now place the text. Ask a question. I think that's the text that we want to place there. So I'll take the text. I will type the text there. So let's take that should be a label. So that's inside user interface. I'll take label, and now this is it, right? And it's already selected. So what am I going to do? I will also make it to, I will make the width to fill parent. The width. So this is selected. So we need to go to the properties and then make the width to fill parent, so that it will take the entire space, entire from left to right. Okay, that's it. Then the text should be ask me a question. Hit enter. And we want that text to be in the middle. Okay, right now it is on the left, so we want to make it at the center, right? So that's it, on the center, or at the center now. What else can we do? The font size is too small, so let's increase it. Font size of text is too small. Let's increase to like 20. Okay, that's big enough now, right? Okay. So I think we are done with the, that's us done with the label, the text. We've placed the text on top of the label, inside the label. I'll place the text on top of the label now. And we'll fix the text in the label now. So what's the next thing? The next thing is to now bring in our text to speech. Okay, our text to speech. So of course, our text to speech, like yesterday, is not the text to speech is not a visible component. It's an invisible component. So like we have with the sensor, the accelerometer sensor. So we'll quickly go to text to speech. Should be inside. Who can remind us where text to speech could be? Which of the component groups inside media you see text to speech? So just come and drop it here. Okay. So these are text to speech. So remember, who can tell us what we're going to use the text to speech component for? Can anyone remind us what we can use the text-to-speech component for? Okay, let's move on. So that's the text-to-speech we've dropped. I think we are done with our the user interface. That is how the app should look for users to see and click. Okay, so we will now move on to the next phase, and the next phase, of course, is the block phase, the logic phase. It is now time to put our app. I mean, it is now time to code or put the logic into the app that will enable the app to function as it ought to function. Remember, we said it is for the user, what the app is to do simply is for a user to ask a question and then shake the phone, and the phone will answer the user. And that's why we're calling it the Magic8Ball. Okay, so now that we are done with the interface, like we are seeing on the screen, we are done with the interface here. Um, but I think I don't like the way this label is. I want to put some kind of borders around it. So I'll click on it and I will look for, instead I put borders, or I make the background color different. I make the background color different. Let me see. This is font size, yeah. Font bold. Yeah, I would like to make the font bold, yes. Background color right now is none, but I will prefer, okay, yeah, so let's make the background color to be red. I think that's, yep, red. Yeah, I think this makes it more beautiful, right? So that's us done with this look and feel, how the app looks. We are done with that. Let's now go on to now write the logic. I mean, put together the logic. I mean, so the logic part of the code is where we now kind of tell or instruct the phone how it should behave when a user starts interacting with our user interface. So when a user starts interacting with this interface, probably by, oh, what am I doing? Probably by uh, uh, asking a question and then shaking the phone, right? Then something will happen. That's the logic that we want to apply. Okay. So we'll go to, of course, like we said yesterday, this is the designer view of the AppInventor, where you put the design of, where you put together the design of a user interface of the app. And then the other side is the logic part, which is called the block view. So in the block view is where you put all the logic together, exactly how the app should work when users start interacting with your user interface, when users start tapping on what they are seeing on your app. Okay. So that's the next step that we ought to take. And so how are we going to start that? So first of all, we want to detect when the phone, when the user has shaken the phone, or he is shaking the phone. Okay. So, and that is, or that can only be gotten by the use of the accelerometer sensor. So when we go to our block view, I mean, when we go to our block view, we'll see all our components that we have selected or that we have used for building the user interface. We see them on the left hand side, like we have them here, the screen, the vertical arrangement. Inside the vertical arrangement, we have the image, and then we have the label. All right. And then we also have the accelerometer. And so it is accelerometer that we want to get what the user is doing. We want to use to get what the user, whether the user is shaking the phone or not with. So we click on the accelerometer, and then all of its methods will appear. So for this particular case, what we want to do is to drag out the, or to use, what we need to do is just to use the when accelerometer sensor dot shaking do, that particular that particular method. And can we see that kind of method here? When accelerometer dot shaking do. Do we have that kind of method here? We have this one, we have this one, we have this one. So look at this one. This is the when accelerometer dot shaking do, meaning that when accelerometer is shaking, we should do something. Okay. So the question is, what should we do, or what are we going to do? Right. So what we want to put inside that do socket, we call that place the socket. Okay. This part of the method, we call it the socket. So what we need to place in that socket is to make a list. We need to put a random item block, so that we need to put a random item block, and that will kind of list a menu, will give us a list of, or a menu list. Okay, a menu list. So we'll go look for that, pick a random item block that should be inside. Pick a random item block. Excuse me. Another one. Yeah, so oh yeah. We're already running out of time, and I think we definitely will have to complete this one from our next class, which is tomorrow. But tomorrow is tentative. We may skip tomorrow so that we don't experience what we experienced today. Okay, so we may skip tomorrow, but we'll put it in the group if we skip tomorrow or not. Okay, so I think we should come to an end here. If there's any question, please ask. So in this class, but before you ask, in this class we're able to build the user interface completely, the user interface of the Magic8Ball completely. All right, and then we wanted to start the building of the logic that will now control the functioning of the app. That was what we have just done. And in our next class or our next session, we will complete that part. Okay. So, okay. So that's it. Any question? Any question?
No questions, sir.
All right. So also, but before we even go, the screen, let's change the name of the screen to, instead of screen one, let's change it to the name of the app that we are building. So where do we get that? Of course, this is the screen, and these are the properties of the screen. This is where we change that, the title. This is supposed to be Magic8Ball. Magic8Ball. That's the name of the app. Okay. So that's us for today. And yep. So any comments, any questions? If there are none, then we are going to call it a day for today. And then in our next class, we'll see how this works, how a user can be able to use it, ask questions, and as they shake the phone using the app, the app will be able to then give them the answer to their question, that kind of thing. So in a magical way. All right. Abraham, over to you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Thompson, for this class. We sincerely appreciate it. Thank you for coming back to continue the class, though you had a busy schedule. It's a privilege to have you here. And thank you very much, Veronica. Thank you, Victor F. Young, for joining. We have been having an amazing section. This is specifically for Victor. We just so you know, Victor, yesterday we had the AI Speak to Me app we built. It has been posted in a group. You can simply download it, follow the process, and see how it works on your device, and then reach out to us on the group. The group is open. You can simply send us a text message on the challenges you encounter and or how the process was. You can see the practical experience of this app live on your phone, just like Veronica did yesterday. You can leave a review online. And so today we just did the interface of the Magic 8 Ball. Tentatively tomorrow, hopefully, we'll be here again to finish up the block to build the logic behind this. So it will not just be the interface. You see how this comes to life. And to sum up tonight's meeting, in case you know of someone that can benefit of this, this is a free program that will be running for the next 4 weeks. You know, you have a friend that can benefit from this, a sister and a relative. Simply hit them up with the link, let them join and tag along. And I hope 2026 will be far better because we are coming into it with new level of light. We are, with new knowledge to scale through. That being said, we'll be wrapping up tonight's meeting, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much. You can leave a review on the group so that others can see and then be encouraged to join also. Now go this. Thank you, sir. Thank you. You can then
All right. Good night.
Good night.